Assalamualaikum students. Today we are going to do revision. Okay. So I'm going to start with the chapter which we did on Friday, conjunctions. Okay. So it's kind of your revision. Do participate. Even if you don't know any answer, do participate. Okay. Yes. What is a conjunction? What is a conjunction? Raise your hand. Yes, Roma.
Teacher, a conjunction is a word which is added between two sentences to make them one.
Okay. Can you give me any example?
Mm, I was hungry. My mom made the food for me. I was hungry, so my mom made food for me.
Correct. Good, Roma. Okay, now students, conjunction is a joining word. It joins two sentences, words or phrases. Okay, there's so many conjunctions: because, and, but, so, although, however, even though, since, after, while, yet. These are all conjunctions. What is a coordinating conjunction? What is a coordinating conjunction? Raise your hand. We have done it on Friday. Yes, what is a coordinating conjunction? G. Kinza. Yes, Kinza, unmute your mic, beta. Kinza, I have unmuted you. Okay, Musaf, you can tell me.
Coordinating conjunction is used to join single words which represent clause of the same class or level.
Yes, it in simple words you can say coordinating conjunction joins two simple sentences. Okay. So, what are the coordinating conjunctions? Can you name them? What are the coordinating
They are
conjunctions?
seven in number. For, and, nor, but,
Yes.
or, so,
ठीक है?
yet.
So, yet. Okay. Good. So, coordinating conjunction is a conjunction which is used to join two simple sentences which represent clause of the same kind. Okay. Which has like one finite word and one subject. Now, what is a subordinating conjunction? What is a subordinating conjunction? Who will tell me what is a subordinating conjunction? Yes. Some other student? Yes, Kinza, you tell me what is a subordinating conjunction?
Subordinating conjunction is a thing that is connected to a main clause.
It has one dependent clause and it is used to join sentences, okay? And it has one dependent clause and one independent clause, okay? One dependent clause and one independent clause, okay? Now students, these are, and one more, correlative conjunction. Correlative conjunction. Yes, what is a correlative conjunction?
Revision.
Yes, Victor, what is a correlative conjunction?
Paired words.
Yes, these are paired words like not only but also, either or, neither nor, Okay, these are all coordinating conjunctions. So we have revised conjunctions. Now look at this slide. Yes, we have done all these exercises. Now all of you, first of all, we are going to start chapter number 1, Revenge, of our OPE, Oxford Progressive English. Okay, so Revenge is a chapter about an elephant. The name of the elephant is Shoe Dog. Shoe Dog is a she elephant. Okay, now what happened? Meketh was an overseer. Overseer means a supervisor. He was very harsh with the Burmese people, and he used to take a lot of work from them. They were used to carry heavy logs across the stream. So the rider of the elephant, Shoe Dog, was killed when he was carrying out one of the order of Meketh. So Shoe Dog, after the death of the nephew of the storyteller, she was restless, she was nervous, she was frequently flapping her ears and clawing the air with the tip of her trunk. So what was the name of that person with whom the storyteller was living? Anybody can tell me? Yes, Musaf? Yes. You people have read this story, Revenge? Have you read that story, Revenge, or not? We have read that. Nah? This was the first chapter. All of you, please open your books at your first chapter. I'm going to revise it. So what happened? So she was restless. So the man, he tethered Shoe Dog between two immense and tall trees, so that Shoe Dog could not break her free. Why he tethered her securely between two immense and tall trees? Because he was scared. He knew that thing that Shoe Dog was restless and she was nervous, so she would definitely take revenge from a Meketheken. And the storyteller, he didn't know that. When the nephew was buried, at that time, all the OCs, who are the OCs? G, elephant handlers, okay? They left the camp and they also took their elephants with them. At night, it started to rain, and when the storyteller, he heard some strange noise, and when he came out, he saw Shoe Dog. She was moving towards the tie of Meketheken. Meketheken also heard the bells of the coming elephant, because obviously elephant is a very huge animal, and the land started to move because of her heavy weight. So that is why Meketheken, he came out in the veranda with a rifle in one hand and a lantern in the other hand, and he took an aim at Shoe Dog. He wanted to kill her. He knew that Shoe Dog is about to do something. But Shoe Dog, she also hit the tie, and Meketheken also fired at her. So what happened? The bullet just hit between her ear and eye, which is the most, sensitive, uh, sensitive point for an elephant to die. But Shoe Dog, she did not stop, and she hit the trunk of the tree. And then what happened when she hit the trunk of the tree? At that time, Meketheken, he fell down, and Shoe Dog fell on Meketheken. So in this way, Shoe Dog was successful in killing the man who had killed her rider. Okay. Now, any confusion in this story? Ask me. Then I will start
No.
asking you the question answers. Okay.
No.
Now students, you have, okay, I'm giving you 3 minutes time. Go through all the meanings. Go through all the meanings. Okay. And then I will start asking you. I'm giving you 3 minutes time. It's 1:25. At 1:28, I'll start asking you the meanings. Open your copies or books, whatever you are having, and learn from that. Yes, I'm going to ask you the meanings. What is chi root? What is chi root? After revision next week will be your written test. Okay. What is chi root? Nobody knows? Nobody? It's a type of cigar. Okay, a type of cigar. Okay, okay. Now you tell me what is the meaning of forge? Forge. Forage.
Me.
Yes.
Excuse me, teacher.
Search for food.
To search for. To search
Food.
for. Correct. One is second beta. Okay. What is the meaning of tethered? Yes, tethered. Yes, Kali.
Excuse me, teacher. Can I? A chain to ankle of a lizard.
Yes. A chain to tie animals. Okay, to tie something tightly.
Small or scanty.
Yes, small or scanty. Correct answer. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of one succulent? Succulent.
Me.
Yes,
Juicy or tasty.
juicy or tasty. Okay. Now, students, reading for understanding. If you know the answer, please tell me. What had the elephant handlers, or we can discuss it. What had the elephant handlers done after the young man had been buried? Yes, what had the elephant handlers done after the young man had been buried? What had they done? G. Musaf, right now I have told you the OCs. What did they do? They had begun to flee the camp, taking their elephants with them. They ran away from the camp, taking their elephants with them. Okay, they had begun to flee the camp. Flee means to run away, because they were scared of Mekethekena, because one of the elephant handlers had died in carrying out his order, in obeying his orders. So that is why they were scared. Okay, so they had begun to flee the camp, taking their elephants with them. Remember. Now, second question. How had Hugh Dog, the dead man's elephant, been behaving? How was she behaving? I've told you.
Me.
How was she behaving? Yes, yes, Musaf.
She was restless and nervous, flapping her ears and chewing the air with the tip of her trunk.
Correct. She was nervous and continuously she was flapping her ears, and she was restless and clawing the air with the tip of her trunk. Correct? Okay. Now, what had the Sinok done to ensure that Hugh Dog did not break free? What did he do? What did he do? What did he do? G. G. Kaleem, you tell me. What did Sinok do? Whose nephew died? What did he do to make sure that that shoe dog did not break free?
The Hensok had taken.
Nobody knows this answer. Kinza?
Me.
Yes.
Me.
Yes, Musaf?
The Hensok had taken charge of his nephew's riderless elephant after the accident.
No. What did he do to ensure that she did not break free? He tethered her securely between two immense and immovable trees. This is the answer. I've told you, na, he tethered means he tied her securely between two immense and immovable trees so that she could not break free. He was scared that Shoe Dog would break free and Shoe Dog would kill Meketheken. So that is why he tethered her securely between two immense and immovable trees. Okay? Now, okay students, these chapters now, I will take test on, inshallah, on Thursday. And I will send you in homework as well. So if you don't know any question, you can ask me, any answer. You can ask me right now. So when I'm going to take a test at that time, you are not going to say, teacher, I don't know this. Okay? I'm going to revise the grammar word. The first chapter which I'm going to revise is pronouns. Okay? Can anybody tell me the definition of pronoun if you remember? G. Can anybody tell me the definition of pronoun?
1 minute.
Beta, I just don't know why you people forget the definitions. Pronoun is used in place of a noun. Simple. Pronoun. It is used in place of a noun. Like he, she, it, they, we, us, him, her. These are all pronouns. These are all pronouns. The first type of pronoun which we did was personal pronoun. First person, second person, and third person. First person
Third.
pronoun means the person who is speaking. Right now I'm speaking and you people are speaking. Second person, to whom we are speaking to. And third person, spoken of, who is not present at the moment. Okay? So first person pronoun is I or we. You have read in the stories as well that this story is told by first person or is written in first person. If you are telling a story, then you are going to use I or we. So this is first person pronoun. I am talking to you. So which is the second person pronoun? You and your. And third person pronoun who is not present, he, she, it, they. Repeat it, Musaf. Personal pronouns. Repeat. Musaf.
Personal pronoun is first person, second person, third person.
Yes. What is who is first person? Who is first person? Person who is speaking. Person who is speaking. If you are telling me something, you are the first person. I am telling you something, I am the first person. Okay, the person who is speaking. If your principal is speaking, if the teacher is speaking, if your mother is speaking, if your father is speaking, whoever is speaking is the first person. Okay? Second person, to whom you are speaking. Like if I'm in the class, then you people are the second person and I am the first person. I'm giving the lecture. So I am telling something, I'm speaking, I'm the first person, and you people are listening. I'm talking to you people. Right now I'm talking to you, so you people are the second person and I am the first person. If you are telling me something, then I am the second person and you are the first person. Okay? And the children who are not present in this meeting, they are the third person. Okay? For example, some students have left. I can say, why did she left? Why did he left? So I'm talking about the third person pronoun. We are going to use he, she, it, and they. Do you understand? Okay. Now, students, what are possessive pronouns? Like we did possessive adjectives, similarly, we will do possessive pronouns. Possessive adjectives, I've told you, show ownership. Possessive pronouns also show ownership. Okay? So, the only difference is that possessive adjectives are placed before a noun. Possessive adjectives are placed before a noun. Possessive pronouns are placed afterwards. Possessive pronouns are placed afterwards. Okay? For example, if I say your car, my book, his pencil, then these are possessive adjectives. But if I say the book is mine, the car is yours, the cycle is his, the book is hers, then these are possessive pronouns. Okay? Then students, we did reflexive pronouns. Reflexive means which comes back to the subject, which refers back to the subject. We put self or selves with them. We put self or selves with them. Like myself, himself, herself, themselves, yourself, yourselves,
Ourselves.
ourselves. Yes, these are reflexive pronouns. Okay? So I've told you personal pronouns, which are 3 in number: first person, second person, third person. Students, whatever I'm telling you now, I'm going to take a test. Next class is on Thursday, so your test will be on Thursday. Then we did possessive pronouns, which shows ownership. Then reflexive pronouns refer back to the subject. Okay. Then we did the relative pronouns. Relative pronouns refer to something mentioned earlier in the sentence. Okay. These are 5 in number: which, whose, whom, that. Okay. Which, whose, whom, who, and that. These are 5 in number. Relative pronouns. Okay. Whose is this book? What are you talking about? Okay. This is the boy whose mother is in the hospital. That is the purse which was lost by me. Okay. So which, whose, whom, that, these are all relative pronouns. Then students, we did indefinite. If you remember indefinite means when we do not know who did it. We do not point to any specific person. Okay? Like something is missing. We don't know, okay, what is missing. Something is missing. Everybody came. We don't know, okay, we are not specifying the people that Adil came, Ali came, Huma came. We are not specifying. We are just saying everybody came. Something is missing. Somebody has stolen my jacket. Okay? These are all indefinite pronouns. Then demonstrative, I've told you, these are 4 in number. This, that, these, those. These photographs are very nice. I like this check shirt. Things like that. Okay? Okay. Now I'm going to ask some definitions. Not definitions, I'm going to ask you and you have to tell me. Okay? Options. I am giving my name for the poetry competition. Dash have you decided to do? Which, yeah, what? Dash have you decided to do? Which or what? G, what will come? I have unmuted all. Yes, please tell.
Repeat again.
Dash have you decided to do? Which or what? Which or what?
What?
What? Correct. Correct. Wait a minute, beta. We have told Dash many times that she is a great singer. We have told Dash many times that she is a great singer. Her or she?
She.
We have told
Me.
her. We have told her because it is an objective pronoun. We have told her many times that she is a great singer. The students are making a lot of noise. Please tell Dash to talk softly. These or them?
Them.
Them.
Them. Correct answer. Firoz and Batul decided to paint the classroom wall. Itself, themselves.
Themselves.
Correct, because Feroz and Batul are two. Is Dash interested in going to the cafe? Some or anyone?
Anyone.
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 Shamir, you also need to participate. Okay. I wrote a letter to the person. Dash is in charge now. That or who?
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 Correct. The cat fed Dash till it was round and heavy. The cat Dash. Okay. Itself or it?
Itself.
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 Itself. Good. Now students, can you see this slide? Just quickly write it. Only the answers, write it on rough copy and then I'm going to ask you. Reflexive pronouns means you have to put self or selves. Shall I start asking? Have you done? G. Musaf, do the first two.
The calculator will turn itself.
Good. Correct. The calculator is a non-living thing and we use it for calculators. So itself, the calculator will turn itself off when it is not being used. Correct. Do the second one also.
Make sure you clean yourself.
Correct. Good. Make sure you clean yourself up before the party starts. Good, Musaf. Next, Kaleem.
Julie dusted Dash off before she got back on the horse.
Yes. Julie is a girl. So what do we
Me.
use for girl? Wait, Musa, wait. Yes.
Himself.
Beta, first you were right. Himself is used for a boy. Julie is a girl herself. Julie dusted herself off before she got back on the horse. Yes.
Herself.
Next. Yes,
You-
Musa. Huh?
You and I have to ask Dash that question. Them,
Yes.
them
Ourselves. You and I have to ask ourselves that question. Okay? The last one. Do you boys think you can handle this? Do you boys think you can handle this?
Me.
Yes, Musaf?
Yourself.
Yourselves. Good. Now look at the next slide. I hope it is clear to you people. Can you see it?
No.
Not
No.
clearly? Okay, I'll read out the sentence. Okay. So students, you have to fill in the blanks with only I and me. I've told you I is used as a subjective pronoun, means in the beginning, and me is used as an objective pronoun, means after the verb. After the verb, if it is coming after the verb, you have to put me. If it is coming before the verb, then you have to put I. First sentence is, only I and me. Dash think you are very smart.
Me.
Dash, yes,
I.
I. Correct answer. First, okay, first is Musab, your turn. My brother and Dash just finished our game.
Me.
Musab, yes. Yes, what did you say?
Me.
No. My brother
Me.
and I. My brother and I. Why I? Because we have not put it after the verb. It is not using as an objective. It is used as a subject. My father and I, my brother and I, my friends and I, my sister and I. Okay? So you are going to put I with this. Like in the second one is my sister and I went to the mall. Okay. Now the second one is, now Kalim, it's your turn. The blankets, the blanket keeps dash warm at night.
The blanket keep me.
Good, me. Now it is put after the verb, keeps me. It is used as an objective pronoun. Mom will show dash how to cook.
Me.
Good.
Me.
Okay. Last one. My best friend told dash the truth.
Me.
Correct.
Me.
Okay. Now students, can you see this? This slide?
Yes.
Okay. Now MCQs, they are given in the form of MCQs. Musaf, you do the first one.
Yes. Yesterday, Betty and Dash spent the day at the Museum of Art.
G. What will come?
Me.
I.
Wrong.
I.
I am telling you, we is used as an objective pronoun and it is put after the verb. Yesterday, Betty and I spent the day at the Museum of Art. Kalim, do the second one.
Shella brought the rock samples down to them.
Good answer. Them is also objective pronoun, so we have to put them at the end. Shella brought the rock samples down to them. Number 3, Musaf.
Stacy said the Dash and her sister were going to the movies.
Hmm. Right option. I, them, or she. Stacy said that Dash and her sister were going to the movies. Stacy said that she and her sister. Beta, we
She.
can't I and her sister, we can't put them and her sister. So we are going to put she and her sister. Okay. Do the fourth one, Musaf.
Because there is written Stacy said the.
There's a mistake in it. Fourth one.
This is a toy, so I will
Mhm.
put Dash on the toy
On toy shelf.
on the shelf.
Hmm.
It.
This is correct. This is a toy, so I will put it on the toy shelf. Toy is a non-living object, so we put it. Good. Kalim, next to.
The book is mine, so please give it to me.
Hmm. Correct. Good answer. Number 6.
Mrs.
Farnsworth
Farmer chose to lead
chose.
dash
Chose. Huh?
chose dash to lead the class in today's lesson.
She. No, beta. See the verb chose. So after verb, we have to put objective pronoun. I is also subjective pronoun. She is also subjective pronoun. Only us is the objective pronoun. So we are going to put us. Okay? Subjective means which comes in the beginning of a sentence. Objective means which comes at the end of a sentence. Okay? So Mrs. Farnsworth chose us to lead the class in today's lesson. Okay. Good. Anyways, I think your concepts will be clear, inshallah. Okay. When you have to put us and when you have to put we and when you have to put she. Okay. The seventh and eighth, quickly Musab, do it. Then I will ask you the other exercises.
Please take this down to dash so she can use it. Her.
Good. Now you understand. Huh? Please take this down to her. Her is objective pronoun and it and he are subjective pronouns. Do the eighth one.
Last Christmas, Dash had to wait until our
Our
mom
mom.
and dad woke up. We.
Good. Now Kaleem. The man was upset that Dash did not have the what is written? Boot, I think he needed. I don't know what is written. Suit or boot. Okay, whatever it is, huh? The man was upset that Dash did not have the food that he needed. They. Correct. They. Number 10th, last one.
Mark has a test tomorrow, so tonight that he will study.
Good. Now these are all the pronouns worksheets. Okay. So we have done all pronouns. The last exercise I'm going to ask you people, just tell me. I'm going to ask you a sentence and I'm going to give you a word and you have to tell me if it is a demonstrative pronoun, interrogative pronoun or relative. Now, this is the book that I bought yesterday. What is that? This is the book that I bought yesterday.
Dad.
What is it? Demonstrative, interrogative or relative?
Demons.
Gigi, quickly beta. Relative pronoun. Okay, it is used to join. But if I say this is my book, over here this is what?
Demonstrative.
Demonstrate.